It's a orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is Yarn from Orange Juice. A cycle chip deck is something that can constantly apply chip damage onto your opponent's tower. There's the single push, which can be as inexpensive as an Ice Spirit Goblin combo. The Ice Spirit tanks 2 shots from the tower, then freezes it, allowing the Goblin to decimate the tower. It can deal a lot of damage, but can also be easily countered. A simple push can be as humble as a Mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Spirit combo. A medium cost combo can deal a lot of damage if you rush in. Typically it'll be countered by a similar elixir cost combo. With a low cost cycle deck, you can counter those units for a positive elixir trade. When playing against large push decks like giant momentum decks, the low cost cards allow your deck to be more dynamic to control the plays. If they plant a giant in the back, that means they're trying to build a strong push. Pushing the other lane can force them to address your units, forcing them to break their combo, making it easier to counter for a positive elixir trade. If you have a good read on your opponent's card rotation and elixir count, you can split your cards, knowing they'll only be able to address one of the 2 threats. If there's an expensive unit placed in the back, a siege unit like a mortar or princess forces them to immediately address your attack. If they don't have inexpensive cards to deal with the princess, they're forced to play one of their combo cards. This allows you to address the unit individually for a positive elixir trade. When your opponent overcommits on a defense and you know you're at an elixir advantage, it may make more sense to push the other lane, then address that single unit with an inexpensive card. Sometimes you can't just rely on the building, especially since Inferno Towers are zappable. A heavy-hitting unit paired with an Inferno Tower is amazing at taking out large pushes. The residual units allow you to build momentum for an effective counter push. Rapidly cycling your cards and chipping at their tower forces the enemy to constantly play their cards individually. This controls their elixir by keeping it low. Since they're constantly spending it, they're rarely able to build for big pushes. A building can be very useful for chip cycle decks. Since most of the cycle cards are fragile, you need something to deal with the large tanks. The Inferno can't take on a giant bowler combo alone. You'll need to send in supporting units to address the back end units. An Inferno can act as a zap bait, allowing you to deploy a Goblin combo right after. If they don't have any small units in rotation, you can take advantage of the Inferno Tower's lifetimer. After dealing with a large tank, you can siege them, forcing them to counter that unit only to be melted away by the Inferno Tower. Sometimes you just have to deal with their push head on. I knew I could handle it since I had Inferno in rotation, and the log provided insane value, pushing back the giant, barbarians, and killing the princess. If you choose not to use a building, a Mini P.E.K.K.A. or a lumberjack can slice away at the giant, allowing you to transfer that into a counter attack. A 1 elixir card in cycle decks are must-have. Ice Spirits are hotcakes right now. When paired with Zap, they counter most cards when played correctly. Check out our Ice Spirit video if you haven't watched it yet. A really popular combo is a minion horde turned into a counterattack with Miner for support. Ice Spirit and Zap can take them out for the same cost of arrows, but are individually more versatile and help cycle your deck. The basic win conditions of a cycle chip deck are to constantly apply chip damage, breaking their larger combos, allowing you to deal with those units individually for a positive elixir trade. Any amount of damage done to your tower matters with this playstyle. Even an Ice Wizard left ignored can deal hundreds of damage. With a chip cycle deck, he can be countered with 1 elixir cards. By constantly applying pressure, this ensures a larger push rarely happens, but when it does, be prepared to shut it down. This is a playstyle that is not for everybody. Adapt the basic concepts shown in this video into your deck and playstyle. It's a high risk, high reward playstyle. You're slowly chipping their tower while netting positive elixir trades on defense. Even one mistake on a much less skilled opponent can cost you the tower if you allow them to build up too much momentum. I know he's low on elixir, so I sent in my miner to take advantage of the rage spell. And since he's tanking, I sent in goblins to deal a bit of damage. Based on the way he's playing, I'm assuming his cards are high cost, so I baited with my princess. He can't ignore her since his tower is so low. Looks like it's a bowler, so I can counter with an Inferno. I placed my Ice Spirit at an angle to aggro the bowler, then freeze the Mini P.E.K.K.A. That was a critical play in ensuring my Inferno could take care of the rest. Knowing he has a high cost bowler deck, there's a chance he'll pump up soon, so I send in my lumberjack and miner on the other side to take care of his elixir collector. I still don't know his 8th card. In case he's considering supporting his princess, I held off on the log until the last moment. Since his tower is really low, any damage my princess does is value, plus it baits a more expensive unit which I can now counter for a positive elixir trade. I didn't give him any chance to plant an elixir collector, but it's double elixir time, so I'm getting my Inferno ready for a huge push. The log play is very important since it pushes the bowler and musketeer backwards, but it pushes the giant sideways, so the Inferno remains locked onto the giant. With this cycle deck, I already have another log that can easily demolish everything including the princess. Since his tower is zappable, I don't need to worry about it. Looks like my lumberjack took it out anyway since he was low on elixir. And that is game. I hope the replay helps solidify the points in the video. Chip cycle is one of many deck archetypes. There is no best. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Here's a lumberjack deck I made that helped me reach 12 wins. Challenges offer insane value. I only spend gems on gold, but with the challenges, if you can reach at least 2 wins, it's already more economical by comparison to gold in the shop. And there's such a high legendary pull rate in challenge chests. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more quality OJ.